Hey, we're live. I'm late. Wow. Yeah, didn't mean to be late, but let's see if I can adjust this a little bit. Here we go. Anyway, wow. Still need that haircut. Gotta get it this week. That looks terrible. That's okay. Because you're not going to have to look at that much longer. Go over here. I can drag this over here. We're getting ready to look at the games for this week. Okay, so I'm not sure what to do with this live stream. I have been trying to get it going for quite some time. Maybe people just don't care. I'm probably still going to do it just because. Just because. But I am open. I think I might. I haven't decided if I'm moving this back to Tuesday. Wow. I just booted my computer, and what you're probably hearing is all the notifications bouncing up. So I just really haven't decided if I'm going to move this live stream back and go to Tuesday. I like trying to get it done before Thursday night game. But then maybe also I do it on Friday. And I would like a little more interaction. But it is what it is. So last week, what a season this has been so far. Of course, it's been a good season for us as Dolphin fans, because the Dolphins are playing really well. I've got a lot to talk about. I want to talk about as I pull this fantasy game, and let me just go ahead and wade into the Tua concussion controversy. Yeah, I have mixed feelings about it. I don't want the kid to get hurt, but I'm also not convinced that it was a concussion. And some people are going to say, well, didn't you see the video? Yeah, I saw the video. And depending upon how you talk about it, what it looks initially, it looked like maybe it was a head injury, but then Tua said it wasn't. And we're not, with when it comes to the kid, and I call him a kid. He's less than half my age. I wish I was that young again, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make my head small and jump this page up. Let's see here. Share. But let me all right, so hopefully I won't go all over the place with this. But here's my feelings about the concussion controversy. First of all, I am amazed how many people can come to concise, absolute judgments based on film. But then that's what our society has become, right? We just watch a little piece of film and we know it all. I don't know how many times I've listened to Talking Heads on TV this week. Always start off, well, I'm not a neurologist. No kidding. Tell us something we didn't know. Uh, so you're not a neurologist, but you're going to say you're going to give us an absolute diagnosis regardless. I'm not a neurologist, but this is it. This is part of why I get frustrated with society so much. And I'm not going to go too deep into a rabbit hole, but this is all about processes. And to me, this is kind of where we're at, right? So, I don't talk much about politics, but it does remind me of all the election controversy. And it's a definite parallel because everybody's got their absolute opinion on what happened. It doesn't matter that election experts tell us that you know the Department of Justice does an investigation and says there is no election fraud. People saw a picture where something looks 50 yards in the distance and but that shouldn't be there. That should be over here. And that means there's election fraud. Whatever. How many court cases were there? Nothing. Right? Because people don't understand the process. It's not like, we just slap together elections. And it's not even necessarily a national election. It's like 52 or state elections, and then that support a national election. So not even every election works the same, but every time I've gone to cast my vote, there's always been all kinds of great Americans volunteering their time, um, and probably of both parties, right? So explain the process to me. If you're going to be a conspiracy nut, explain the process to me and show me how it's corrupted. Same way here. What's the process? The process is that they walked Tua back into the locker room. He was looked at by a team doctor and by an independent neurologist and cleared to play. Okay. That's what the protocol. If that's what the protocol is, then the protocol was met. So you got a couple things to look at here. So everybody, I feel like coming out of this, I even heard Stephen A. Smith call Tua a liar. He said the kid lied. Quote. That's quote. Um, that's something considering Tua doesn't have a history of that. He's an upstanding kid. What do you got on him? And then then the looks go to Mike McDaniel, who probably has this much to do with whether a guy can get cleared to go back on the field or not. They probably just tell him. They don't ask. He can ask how can he play, and they're going to tell him yes or no. But here's the thing: it's not like the old days where you just have a team doctor. Maybe that doctor wants to keep his job, so the coach leans on him, and doctor's going to give him whatever he wants. There's an independent neurologist. So you got two doctors, and one's an independent neurologist. And if there's any conflict with the two, I mean, how do you keep something like that quiet? Okay, if you got two doctors, then they both have to be in their and this thing isn't right, then they're both going to be have to sign off on it, don't they? So you get two doctors, and I guess they're both crooked. Yeah, I don't get that. An independent neurologist, uh, what has he got to lose by telling the coach no? You know, McDaniel tries to lean on him. He tells the NFL league offices, "Hey, this coach is trying to get me to clear a guy that's not cleared. I'm not going to clear." Mike McDaniel isn't going to go for that kind of trouble. So then the next thing comes, well, what part of what happened? Okay, so we're determining that he Tua absolutely had a concussion because of of the fact that his head hit the turf and that he was wobbly when he got up. Okay, but he shook his head a little bit. I don't know. That could be from the concussion. It could be because was there someone close to him asking him if he's okay, or asking him if he's hurt, and he's shaking his head no. I don't know. Is it because I don't know. He said his back was injured. People say, "Oh well, no, that's not a back injury." Well, how do you know? The closest thing I've had to something like that is a sciatic nerve, acting up on me. And, I was trying to cross a street and it was fine. But then I tried to run across the street and I got about halfway and it felt like somebody shot me right in the back of my hip. I could barely pick my leg up. So, I don't know. I watched an actual doctor, talk about it, but he's not a neurologist. So to me, the people that wow, the cats are really having fun. To me, the people you have to really question is the NFL. I mean, if you've got an independent neurologist in place and your uh, concussion protocols aren't tough enough, how is that a reflection on the Miami Dolphins, on Coach McDaniel, or especially Tua? Know your processes. That's the problem I have with this. Everybody says it was definitely a concussion. I don't know if it was or not, but I lean to the no side because there's a process in place, and if not, they need to fix their process. But people don't think about processes. It's like, can I get a hot take? Can have an opinion that'll get a click. You know, I've noticed it's gotten quiet about it, that nobody's really finding anything. I happened to work in a medical facility and asked a nurse about it and said, are there in a protocol like that, would they have something that would definitely catch a concussion? And she told me no. So at what point? All right, so we're in the concussion protocol, and specifically looking at Tua. What is it that needs to be changed? Oh, Tua's if a player's head hits the turf, they're out for the game. Is that where we're going? If a player stumbles, regardless of reason, are we going to pull them? I don't know. I don't know where they want to go with this. I just see a bunch of fake outrage because I don't really think people care about Tua. Um, I just see a bunch of fake outrage, a bunch of posturing on whatever side. I don't know whether it was a concussion or not. If the protocols need to be tightened up, then tighten them up. Maybe explain what they are to the rest of us. But I guess that gets in the way of clickbaiting and having opinions on topics. So I'll get off my soapbox now. I've said my piece. Let's look at these games. I'm just going to skip through last week's. We're not going to take a whole lot of time. I don't want to bore people to death. Kind of looking, if you see light hitting my face, it's because I got game day on. Just so I can peek over every now and then. I know that the Bengals are wearing their all white uniforms. The Dolphins, I heard, were going to wear aqua jerseys and pants. They'll be head to toe aqua. And the Bengals will be primarily white with some black. And I'll just say this about that. Maybe it's good that the Bengals look like a bunch of ghosts, especially after Miami kills them tonight. Oh, I'm loving this season so far. Had a bet on the Bills Dolphins game, and I've got a Jimmy John sandwich that I paid with the money and some chips. I'm going to eat while I watch the early part of this Bengals Dolphins game, so I can eat my winnings while I watch the Dolphins play. And I got another bet, and this is with a security guard at work. And if I win, I'll be having Chicken King for lunch tomorrow. So let's go, Fins. All right. So I got off to a pretty good start. There's 3 wins. Cleveland, Chicago, Tennessee all got wins. Indianapolis, they're really starting to annoy me. They get play a bunch of terrible teams and lose, and I give up on them. And then they go out and beat the Chiefs. Go figure. Of course, my Dolphins, one of 2 unbeaten teams still left in the season, and yeah, I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to bring it up whenever I can. Then I tried to talk Detroit up to a win. Then I picked Baltimore, Cincinnati, Philadelphia, Carolina correctly. Jacksonville. I didn't see that coming. I didn't see the Jaguars knocking off the Chargers, but hopefully Herbert is not seriously injured. I enjoy watching that kid play. Atlanta and Green Bay won. Yeah, I called that one. There were some upsets. I called a bunch of upsets. Denver beat San Francisco. Man, what a low scoring game. And then Dallas beat the G-Men. I guess that Cooper Rush is for real. All right, let's go ahead and start picking these games. So we got Miami, the Dolphins at the Bengals. Of course, I'm picking the Dolphins. Of course, I'm picking the Dolphins. How many confidence points am I? You know what? Go big or go home. We're putting 16 on the Dolphins. Tua is going to start cementing his the legend. He's going to have a great game tonight. We've got Tua, we've got Waddle, Armstead's playing. Of according to the news. So we're going with them. Minnesota, we got the Saints at Minnesota Vikings. Oh yeah, by the way, Dolphins are, before we get off this game, Dolphins are starting to hit some power rankings, high, like number 1. But yet we're still dogs to the Bengals. Well, I guess they are the conference champs. Let's move on. Saints, Vikings at Saints. Everybody likes the Vikings. Yeah, I guess I'll go with that one. That looks about right. Cleveland got the Falcons. Oh, come on, Dale. It's been a long day. Browns at Falcons. And Browns have got a good running game. Atlanta, but I don't know. Marcus Mariota has been playing better than what I thought he would. Yeah, we got to go with Cleveland's ground game here. We've got the Commanders at Cowboys. Everybody's picking Dallas. Washington, yeah, I think that's right. Washington, they just don't play up to what I feel like that their ability suggests. And Dallas has been getting it done with Cooper. That was a message from a security guy at work. I can't even imagine what it is. He said it's him tomorrow if the Bengals win. We've got the Seahawks at Detroit Lions. And wow, everybody's picking Detroit over Seattle. I think they win. Not picking as many dogs so far this week. Let's keep looking. So we got the Titans at Colts. Wow, a lot of people picking the Colts to beat the Titans. And if you wonder where I'm looking right over here at how the picks are breaking down. I like the Titans here. I know it's in Indianapolis, but I just don't think the Colts keep playing that well. And it's not like Tennessee's horrible either. We got the Giants, Bears at Giants. The Giants have been playing above their heads. Yeah, I'll go with them. Philadelphia and Jacksonville, or Jacksonville at Philadelphia. Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go with the Eagles. They're unbeaten. Jacksonville. Jacksonville could give them a fit though. Yeah, they played well on the road last week. They went to San Diego and really stuck it to the Chargers. So this might not get many confidence points. Then we've got the New York Jets at Pittsburgh Steelers. Yeah, I like the Steelers here. Buffalo Bills at Baltimore Ravens. This could be game of the week. Everybody thinks Buffalo's bouncing right back. But I'm telling you, Tua looks like not Tua, Lamar Jackson looks like an MVP. I like Baltimore in the upset. Then we've got the Chargers at Texans. Yeah, I like the Chargers bounce back. I haven't heard what Herbert's status is going to be. I don't know how he's feeling, but we'll go with the Chargers here. We've got the Arizona Cardinals at Carolina Panthers. I like Arizona. New England Patriots at Green Bay Packers. Oh yeah, there's no doubt. This is a new day, and the Patriots are not that good. But they're going to go in and beat the Packers, especially in a game that the Packers are feeling like they need to win. Um, we could see the Patriots get whooped here. Not saying that's going to happen, but I'm saying Packers are capable of it, especially on Lambeau. Then we've got the Denver Broncos at Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders bounce back here. I don't see the Denver Broncos having enough offensive firepower to keep up with them. This is going to be an interesting game, and I have not heard if they've moved it or not. But Kansas City's coming off of a loss. Tampa Bay just doesn't look like what they have looked like under Brady. I'm going with Kansas City here. And then finally, the Monday night game is the Rams at San Francisco 49ers. Oh, yeah, we're going Rams. What? How are it looks like because this side's the favorites. How is Vegas really got them as a favorite? That's how are the 49ers, because you can clearly see from the side the fans don't agree, and I don't blame them. Nobody's picking the 49ers over the Rams. Are you kidding me? I don't care if it's in San Francisco. So let's start laying some confidence points. As I kind of look over the list, which ones stick out to me as slam dunks and which ones look like dog fights. So slam dunks are not that easy. This could be a dog fight. I'm going to drop the one there. I think that could go either way. Um, hmm. Where do I want to drop? You know what? Sometimes you just gotta take risk, and I know this may be a little bit risky because the Patriots aren't horrible, but I think the Packers handle them at home. I don't see the Patriots winning this game. Uh, wow. Yeah, just not many games I look at this week and say slam dunk. Um, but I think we're going to put some points on the Rams. I think they're hitting their stride. San Francisco is lacking some answers. Um, and then yeah, this is tough. I do think this might end up being a bit of a blowout. I know Jacksonville went into San Diego and beat the Chargers. Can they have two games like that in a row? I, I really don't know. Um, 7:45. Let's keep rolling. That Kansas City, Tampa Bay, that's a tough one. At Tampa Bay, but they're obviously probably going to have to play that somewhere else. Go big or go home. Just put 11 on it. Wow, none of these sticking out much. Maybe I should work at it from the other side. Well, I don't know. Here we go. Chargers. We'll put the 12 there on the Chargers. Arizona can get that 10 because I think Kyler Murray is a lot better than what people give him credit for. So we are going to work a little bit. You know what? I ain't studying you, Indianapolis. Tennessee gets 9. This Las Vegas Broncos game is tough, man. The confidence points really make this endeavor quite a bit tougher. We put 8 on the Vikings over the Saints. 7 on Steelers over the Jets. This one might get the 2 because I think that's going to be a close game. I don't know what to think about Dallas. Put 6 on the Raiders. And finish this off with Detroit getting, whoops, I meant to put 4. There we go. And then 5 on Cleveland. Rams versus, I think the Rams score a lot. I don't know that I see the 49ers scoring a lot. I think the same goes here. Did I just pick the same score for both? They're not both going to finish it like that, are they? I don't think so. As a matter of fact, I don't think. Yeah, we'll just leave it. Who scores the most points this week? Well, that's a hard one to call. Who scores the fewest? Might have to go Broncos here. No, not there. Broncos here. And then I'm going to go Miami. Miami's going to light it up tonight. And that's how you pick them. And so we go back and look. Let's look at kind of the scoreboard. Okay, win-loss. I definitely have the best record at 28-19. I'm also leading in total points. All right. Let's look at a little fantasy football. We want the this league. I am 1-2. I need to set this lineup real quick. So let's go here. I'm leaving Tua in, assuming he's playing. Whoops. No, we're leaving Tua in. Mike Williams and Jalen Waddle at wide receivers. I don't even see questionables out there, do you? Good. Man, this looks like a pretty good lineup. Anybody need Najee Harris? Maybe we will substitute him back in for Miles Sanders, who didn't do much. He did pretty good the first 2 weeks, not so much last week. Let's see what Najee's looks like. They're predicting more for him. He's been pretty consistent across the board. So we'll leave Najee in for this week. There you have it. I think I'm going to get off here and enjoy this Dolphin Bengals game. And hope everyone has a great week. Hope these ball games are great. And yeah, I'm going to look at revamping this. I want to do something for football, right? And I may try to revamp this, but we'll see. Just I'm gonna play around, and we'll see what happens. So anyway, if you watched all the way through, thanks, and we'll see you soon. Have a great week.